Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is already Monday, January 9th, and oh, now it says I'm live. So I guess I'm live in both places and hoping that everything's going to work okay today because I've had some internet connections issues or connection issues in my house the last few days. So I don't know what's going on with that. So let's hope that this works. Hi, Rose. Oh, excited to see the new citrus cards. Did you know that that's what I was going to show today? Is this mental telepathy? That's what I'm going to show today. Oh my gosh. Because I don't think I posted that that's what I was going to do. If I if I did, I forgot. So anyway, I'm glad you're here and you are home from work today and enjoying. So I will hop right on because this is finally the day that if you don't already have this in the mail, I can show off the brand new Celebration and the January to April mini catalog. Because it just went live last, was it Wednesday? Whatever the 5th was? On the 5th. So I'm not going to do a whole walkthrough of the catalog. If you have it, I'm sure you've taken plenty of time to look at it. If you don't have it, I would love to send you a copy and become your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you don't already have somebody that you work with. But I will point out the things that I'm going to use today in here. And I do want to talk about the Celebration offer. This year it is only one time. I believe I mentioned that a week or so ago. We've had two in the past. One to go with this mini catalog and then one that was following the annual catalog. It was just too overwhelming, I think, for that time of year. So we'll go back to what we've done for years and years and just have Celebration from January 5th through the 28th of February. So it's actually a little bit shorter because February's short and we didn't start until January 5th. So everything that is in here can be earned with a $50 or a $100 order from either the mini catalog or the annual catalog. And there are some really, really cute things in here, some of which I've used already on the last couple of lives. I used the adorable owls last week, and I'm growing on these carrots. I don't have those yet. The Dainty Flowers designer paper is incredible. The paper is just the showcase of any card that you might want to make because of what you can do with it. So I will be showing that, I'm sure, very soon. The Day at the Farm 12 by 12 paper is free, which coordinates with a bundle in the mini catalog. They've done such a nice job of doing that the last several years of coordination with the free item that can be earned as well as what you see in the mini catalog. Here's Sending Support, which is just a sentiment set. That's also $50. The Fragrant Flowers, try to say that 2 times fast. Fragrant Flowers bundle in the mini coordinates with the Favored Flowers 12 by 12 paper. I also do not have that one just yet, but it's gorgeous. And then there's In the Country, Beautifully Happy, which I showed a couple of weeks ago. Love that. That is with a $100 qualifying purchase. Hold on, things are just flopping around here. And the Dandy Designs 12 by 12 paper I showed last week is an incredible package of 48 double-sided sheets also $100. And those patterns are wonderful. And then there is a host set. It doesn't say here, but I believe it is when you host a party or have your own order or collect orders from others, with 350. I'm going with the 350 because I'm not sure if it's 350 or 300. So I'm going with the 350 because that's what we've had before. And then this is the free hostess set that goes with this, that can be earned. And then this is probably the most amazing join special that we have ever offered. And there are 3 options instead of just one. So it would be whatever works for whatever you might like to have. And again, joining Stampin' Up! Is not necessarily to do what I do or what a lot of other demonstrators do that you probably see online all the time. It's to get the discount yourself. And that's one of the best parts about it. But there is, oh, can't get the audio. Okay, Rose, you haven't chimed in since I saw you at the beginning. So let me see. I don't have any indication that the audio isn't working. It appears to be on my end. So let's hope that's not part of my other problems. But anyway, you get an option to get this mini cut and emboss machine in a new color that will be out in May, when we launch the new catalog and the new in colors. It's called Boho Blue. So that's a mini catalog, and you get that machine and your choice of $175 in product for only $129. Okay, Rose can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. So Gloria, that must be perhaps something on your end. Maybe if you're listening on your phone, make sure your volume is up. I know sometimes that happens to me here at the house, that my volume isn't turned up. So let me know. Option 2 is the original regular white mini emboss machine. And that's the same thing. It's a $63 value. Your choice of $175. So, and then option 3 is no mini catalog. If you already have that, or you have the big one and you don't need the mini, you just get $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Products for $99. The other is for $129. So you might want to consider that. And there's no obligation to stay, although we would love for you to. So anyway, that's that. And then I'll probably be talking about that every week through the celebration time. So just to make sure that everybody is aware of that. So here's the mini. And as I said, I'm not going to show everything that's in it, just what I'm going to showcase today. And I chose, for whatever reason, the citrus. I love citrus. I've been eating those little cuties or clementines like crazy, so I love those. And this is just so fresh. In fact, I might need to take a drink of water right now. I'm just talking about being thirsty because citrus makes me thirsty. So anyway, I feel a whole lot better than I did last week when I was still a little under the weather. But anyway, the citrus, sweet citrus, is on page 49. And it is a bundle. And the reason I like it so much is that I've always been totally blown away with the hybrid embossing folders that Stampin' Up! Has. I still believe that we are the only company that offers something like that. So the citrus bundle for $49.50 includes the stamp set, the dies, and the folder. Now, you could get the embossing folder separate. So I don't know why you would want just that, because these others do coordinate so very well. Oh, goodness. I just drank that little bit of water and now I have the hiccups. So I apologize. Pardon me. So I'm going to be using that. And on page 53, I think I'm going to be using this, but I'll show you anyway. This Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. It coordinates with the Happy Labels bundle. I do not have those sentiments yet. That may be on the horizon. I don't know. There are a lot of things in there that I may or may not use, but we'll see. But anyway, I like the Pick-a-Punch. Oh my goodness. Pick-a-Punch. Because you get two options. We've had some of these before, just with a different little edge here. One that looks like a ticket, and another one is a small scalloped edge. It's kind of hard to see with the glare on there, but you can put in 1/2, 3/4, or 1-inch strips of paper to get that edge for you. And then the paper that I chose to use is on page 9. And I know that I'll be showing this suite of products as we get closer to Valentine's Day. And it's the 6x6 Country Gingham Designer Series paper that goes with the Country Floral Lane suite of products, which are on page 8, 9, and goes over actually to page 10. And that's with the suite of products. And I love that. But I just thought I wanted to show something different before getting into Valentine's Day. But this is just awesome. And I love, 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 love the punch. So let's get started. Again, Rose, you didn't tell me if it was mental telepathy that you thought of the citrus, or did I say I was going to use that someplace else? I don't know. We'll see. So if you have not used or heard of any of our embossing folders that are hybrid, hybrid means it cuts and embosses at the same time. You have so many options for what you can do with that capability. First of all, you have an embossing folder, just like you always do, and you can do just embossing with this, which I'll be doing for part of today's project. Just emboss a little bit. And then there are 7 dies that come with this set. 2 leaves. I did post it there. Thank you. I think I'm losing my mind. Great. I'm glad I didn't change my mind. 2 of these little flowers. So you get double duty when you're running things through more than one time. And then 2 of these triple flowers that do cut out all 3 of them. So, but this is the star of the show with what you can do with this, as well as coordinating with the stamps that are in this stamp set. Now, if you look at the stamp set, you've got these here. These are the rinds, the orange rinds, whatever rind of fruit that you're talking about. And then this one does not cut out. These are the ones, well, yes, it cuts out, but it doesn't have a specific rind around it. And then this is the center for your citrus. And then I love the sentiments with this. Enjoy the sweeter things in life. Have a zesty birthday. Love that. Sending you a big squeeze. Thanks a bunch. And of course the flowers and the little leaves. So if you have not seen this before, I have a piece of, oh, where did I put it? Let's see. This is photopolymer. So you also want to consider using a foam mat underneath. So let's get a piece of this small grid paper. I love this grid paper that is designed to go with the Stamparatus, but it's perfect for just keeping your small work surface clean. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, and actually to run this through because it's kind of a little bit of an angle, I'm going to cut this down. And then when I create the project, I think I've already got a lot of the things already cut out. Yes, it is so cute. Yes, you do need to order it, Rose. Oh, and I think I need to order a couple things from you, so we need to get together. All right, with the, excuse me, still coughing a little bit. With the citrus rind, it is suggested that you stamp that first and then fill in with the citrus centers. And I'm using Granny Apple Green. I'm in a green mode today, so I guess it's limes. The limes, what is that song? The limes in the coconut or something? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to put this, I think I cut this to 4, cut it down to like 3 3/4 by 4 or something, so that this fits on here, because you can see it's a little bit of an angle to go in the embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to turn that over because this one's a little bit too close to the edge. That's why we can turn our paper over. And I wasn't paying attention with the photopolymer what I was doing here without getting my head in the way. There we go. Better. Now I can bring this in. Now this will emboss and cut out just a little bit of embossing around the edge, but not be part of this here. So make sure you can see up here. And now you can just line this up. Okay, I'm leaning in. I don't think you can see my head here. Leaning in so that I can get those. So leaning in instead of standing up over it. So, that's good. Besides, we know that fruits are not perfect anyway. So now, when I said that this is the star of the show, normally I show things, do things off camera, but you do need to see how this works. Okay, here's the embossing folder. I'll be using this again in a minute. And it fits right up in here. Okay, you can feel it kind of snap in. It's not going to go anywhere. And then down here is the orange that does have a little bit of embossing on here, or excuse me, the lemon or the lime, whatever that is. I'm doing limes today. And then you want to hold that in there so that this fits in. So let me turn that this way so you can see a little bit better. And then adjust your paper around the die, which is very easy to do. And you can see the outline of the citrus. Okay, and then just pinch. And for this, even though this is a thin die, we don't need the thin die adapter. You just need plate 1, your embossing folder with the die in there, and plate 4, the dark gray one. Now, if you have another embossing machine, like if you still have the old Big Shot, just adjust your sandwiching and it should work just fine. And you can hear it cut. Now, I am going to go back through, and I hope it didn't slip, because I found it, if I go back through, sometimes it was slipping, but I think I held it down. No, I did not tape it down. It stayed in place. And there they are, perfect. And I've been saving these too, because I've got the little outline. I'll show you something else a little bit later. I did not tape it down. If you feel that you need to, just to be sure, then that would not be a problem. I haven't felt that I needed to, because the die stays in place. And as long as you are squeezing your paper in while that die is in there, and you know that that's, and then you lay it down, you should be okay. So I just love these hybrid embossing folders. So let me get this back on my little magnet sheet so I don't lose it. Now, I have also done some where I didn't do any stamping, but I wanted you to see how it worked with the stamping, and then I'll decide how I want to put the card together. Because this does show the white edge around there. You could also do what I did on this piece, and this one is a little bit off, where I stamped on the color, the colored cardstock, and then cut that out too. So it varies. So the white with the green or the orange or whatever color your citrus is. Somebody said something about pink grapefruit. That sounds good. So things can be whatever you want it to be. Just getting stuff out of the way here so I can move on. All right, for this card, I have done some, oh, I need to do something else. Hello. Okay, I do need that embossing folder again. But this time I'm just going to emboss. I'm not going to do any cutting. I'm not going to do any stamping. I just want to put this small piece that is, I think this is 3 3/4 by 4, to go on the card that I designed. So this is exactly the same thing. Plate 1 and plate 4. And if I don't, I think I didn't mention that with any embossing folder, it is suggested that the folder end goes through first. It puts different or better pressure on the embossing folder that way. So this is just going to add some texture to the card. And I have a piece of balmy blue, and I'm going to add a little bit of color to that with a blending brush. And you may have noticed that we have small blending brushes in the mini catalog now. I will grab that in a minute, but for doing smaller areas, I wasn't doing a smaller area today. So I just want to add some color around the edges to give a little bit more texture. So it just gives a tone-on-tone effect. It's hardly noticeable, but it's noticeable enough that makes it a little bit different or better or whatever. Okay, Gloria, you didn't post back whether or not you were able to get the audio. So let me know. All right, so I've cut already a piece of the, what did I say it was? Country Gingham on page 9, 6 by 6. And these are different color on each side. This is the Balmy Blue. I believe this is Sweet Sorbet, but Sweet Sorbet does not go with citrus. So we're going to use the Balmy Blue. Hey, Nicole, welcome. So I'm just going to put that up there. And get some adhesive on here. And then this piece that I just ran through is going to go here. Well, actually, I was wanting more of that to show off to the side, but that's okay. Maybe I'll cut that down just a little bit. Okay, here's a tip for you. When you're cutting something that has already been embossed like this, I found that my blade tore the paper at the end a little bit because of the texture that's already on there. Hold on, let me make that 3.5. So if you start in the center and go either way, you won't have that problem. Because that happened to me this morning when I was in my creative mode. And it just ripped the paper because there happened to be a piece of the embossing right there at the end. Oh, good, Gloria, thank you. Okay, that's what I want. I wanted a little bit of this showing out here. So that's also going to go down with just regular green glue. Now that I've got the glue on here, I want to show you that, I don't know if you can see this, the reverse side is just as nice as the embossed side. So debossed and embossed, this looks just as nice too. So I might consider doing something with that, maybe coloring that a little bit with this. That would be good for the small blending brushes. So I wanted to point that out. It's a very good impression. So let's see, where do I want this to go before I glue it down and want to move it? All right, now I have already cut an array of citrus. I have some with the white that I just showed you, and some that are different colors that have been stamped on the regular colored cardstock. So I'm just going to build it from there. This one was stamped. This one was not. So look at the difference between the stamped and cut and embossed and not stamped, but just, I guess, embossed and cut, since they both do it at the same time. Let me see. I think I'm going to use this one. I might mix and match here. So let me know what you think. But I am going to stick with just the cardstock instead of mixing in the white. What do you think? I don't know. I think I would rather either do all white that's been stamped or the cardstock and the colors there. So I'm just building here. That's all I'm doing. And this one didn't have any ink on it anyway. Here's another one that does. Another green. So you can kind of build things as you go. Okay, I've got a lot of green here. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this one that doesn't have any stamping on it. I don't know if I like to mix those though. You like the? I think I'm going to go with the white. I do. And then I'll show you my sample from. I'm just going to build with the green and the white on the. I don't know if green goes with the Granny Apple. Yes, Granny Apple green does coordinate with Balmy Blue. So we're just going to go with the white. And just green today. Then I'll add some other color with the flowers and the leaves. So we're just dealing with the limes today. Okay. I'm just going to build it first. We've got some leaves. And I already stamped and cut those out. And that is with, I think I used garden green. Yes, garden green on that, which looks pretty dark, but I think I'll just go with 2 of the leaves. Okay, let's get these stuck down with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So did everybody have a good week last week? January is just flying along here. And I think it's like 70 days till spring. Already counting. As long as we can stay away from the snow and the ice, I'll be a happy camper. Maybe we got it all at Christmas time, and that's all we need. Let's go down here. Okay. And another little leaf. And then let's grab some mini dimensionals for the little flowers, which I stamped in Calypso Coral. And they add a little bit of a contrast to the color. Yeah, I'm loving the warmer days. I was out yesterday, and I know it wasn't that warm, but I saw people at the grocery store in flip-flops and shorts. That kind of blows me away a little bit. Choose one of these little ones. And put that up here. And I have some in color jewels. Let's see, well, these are the 2123 in color jewels. So I'm going to use the yellow on here. I think that's pale papaya. Which is a fruit. We got papaya as a fruit. So just having a whole bunch of these cut out is just so much fun. Let's see, I have a piece for the inside. I better get that in there. I have a piece for the envelope. When I cut the 6x6 paper, I made sure I cut it so that there would be enough from the one piece to make the flap for the envelope, which I typically like to use as the 6 by 2 1/4, I believe, is what works the best. This is 2 1/2, and that actually works a little bit better. So there we've got that in there. I could stamp some little flowers in there. Let's see if we take the time to do that. I will. Then I've got a couple other samples to show you too. Oh, look what I found in the envelope. These were the these were the ones I was going to use that were not stamped. So maybe I'll put one of those inside the inside. It has been kind of a crazy day here. I have somebody come clean my house once a month, and she was here this morning. Came earlier than her scheduled time because she had a cancellation. So I said, okay. And then somebody was supposed to be here between 9 and 11 because she was here at 11:45. Somebody was supposed to be here between 9 and 11 to give me an estimate for some future plumbing work. And they were running late, and he didn't get here till 12. So the two people overlapped, and so that's probably why my brain was not functioning quite as good as it should have been today. Oh goodness, that's what Mondays can be like. Okay, I am just loving this paper and loving this bundle of the citrus. The simplest card I made actually doesn't have any of the citrus on it, and I love it. I think it's my favorite. So there we've got a pretty envelope, and got a piece here. I wasn't sure what sentiment to use. Let's see, where did the stamp set go? Okay, I think I am losing it today. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to put make this a birthday card. So I'm going to show you the samples that I already have done that have some of the sentiments on there, and skip the sentiment on this for right now. So there is today's project, and this was my original one. Thanks a bunch, with just cut and embossed, but no stamping on those pieces. So that made it a little bit different than this one today. And then this is another one that I did, just kind of as a little afterthought. I haven't torn paper for a while. Don't forget you can tear paper. And added some of those. These were stamped, again, on the white. Sending you a big squeeze. And then this is probably my favorite. Don't know why, but have a zesty birthday. And I use the Scallop Contours dies for this one. And again, the green and the white. And then I just added the flowers on the edge on both corners. And this is this is petal pink. But the flowers are stamped in Calypso Coral. So there's what we have for today. And wow, according to what I see up there, it's been blue the whole time. And I did not lose any internet today, because that's what I've had trouble with in my house. So there we have it. There's the citrus. I hope you like it, and have a great rest of the week. And I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.